So, Call of Duty Ghosts was released in 2013 and has gone down as one of the most hated entries in the series. Now, in my opinion, it's a super underrated game and one that's actually pretty good. So, obviously, welcome to the channel, and today I'll be taking a look at the most underrated entry in the CoD series. So Call of Duty Ghosts was released in 2013 for the PlayStation 3, PS4, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and of course PC. The game focuses on a group called the Ghosts. Obviously, its members, of course, Keegan, Merrick, Elias, Hesh, Logan, and of course two former members, Ajax and Rourke. Ajax dies at the beginning of the story, and Rourke was the former leader who got left behind during a mission way before Hesh and Logan joined the group. The game's antagonist is, of course, called the Federation, and they basically came into being when all the countries in South America united and basically kind of began a conflict with the US. So, obviously, that's kind of the background for this game. The main story is just obviously kind of finding out who this Walker guy is and eventually trying to take him out and the Federation. That's pretty much like the entire story. Elias dies some point at some point in the story, and the Ghosts obviously take the fight to the Federation, end up kind of getting a nice win against them, and Hesh and Logan eventually go after Rourke after Elias gets, killed, and they think he's dead until Rourke reveals that, he didn't die, and of course kidnaps Logan. And that's kind of how Ghosts ends. There's a scene in the credits where we see Logan or someone kind of being kept prisoner, but the game never really clarifies if that's Logan or not, or really what happens to this person. So that's the story for Call of Duty Ghosts. Obviously, this game did launch with 2 additional modes. Obviously, multiplayer mode and Extinction. Extinction is honestly zombies, but slightly worse. It's kind of a step down compared to Spec Ops and Survival from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And a multiplayer, it's not that bad. Frankly, honestly, I think this is my favorite multiplayer aside from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. But overall, it's easy to see why Ghosts wasn't as appreciated by some players, but in my opinion, Call of Duty Ghosts was a very underrated entry in the series, and frankly, deserves more attention. About whether or not this game should see a sequel because it leaves off on a cliffhanger, I definitely think it deserves a sequel, mainly to wrap up the story, but also due to the fact that Ghosts was it was too hated. It was a good entry in the series, and frankly, it's in my top 5 entries for this series. Controversially, I will definitely say I think I like this game a lot more than the Black Ops series. I do like World at War for the most part, and Black Ops 1, but Black Ops 2 kind of feels a bit like a step down in the story department, but Ghosts kind of fixed that issue for me. Obviously, that's all I really have to say about this game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. It's a pretty solid entry in the series, and obviously I'll be covering Advanced Warfare next, and so on until I knock out the rest of the modern games, as I don't plan to cover the first 3 entries. So, obviously, with that out of the way, I'll be starting my GTA 4 review. So, stay tuned for that one, and thank you all for watching, and goodbye.